Hey Gen X friends, it's been a minute. I've been off of YouTube for a couple of weeks, and sadly, the reason being is because a friend of mine, a friend who was really close when my older kids were younger, we were close friends. She passed away 2 weekends ago. And, as we're processing this, when we go through grief and loss and something like this happens that sort of rocks your world, you think about everything. All the memories, all the good times come rushing back, and you just want to sit and honor that person and honor the good things and remember the laughs and the fun. But also, it's that really huge wake up call, that reality check to say, tomorrow isn't fucking promised. And it was also a reality check to say, you know what, you had good friends. And she was one of them. Even though we hadn't talked for quite some time, we've been playing sort of phone tag and text tag, but I didn't get a chance to talk to her. I didn't even know that she was sick. Apparently she had a surgery in January and then unfortunately had complications after that. And I didn't know any of this. So that really reminded me about the video I did about, oh, I'm 53 and I have no friends. And that whole concept that I know is a really trendy thing right now about how, we're done peopling. Like, we're just frustrated with not being able to trust people. We're frustrated with wasting energy on people who don't deserve our time. We're tired of friendships or relationships where there are no boundaries, and we just feel like we're better off alone. And y'all know, like, I am still over 50 and feral, latchkey kid. I was an only child. So the being alone thing, I've got that down and I'm comfortable with it. It took me, I had moments where I wasn't, and that can lead to all sorts of tough choices. But I'm definitely comfortable being by myself in solitude. And I think there's a lot to be said for that. So much beauty and grace and comfort in solitude. At the same time, like, we're humans and we need each other to a point. Not need in a needy way or a codependent way, but more like, what the hell else are we here for? There are billions of humans on this planet, and we're here to interact. We're here to communicate. We're here to have relationships. Doesn't mean it has to be with everybody. Doesn't mean you go into shitty relationships or you get abused or have toxic people in your life. But I think sometimes we forget to appreciate the ones who should be appreciated. And this friend, she definitely was somebody who deserved all the appreciation. And it made me look back and think, I can't really make a statement like that and say, oh, I don't have any friends because I just grew out of it. I was, I had too many run-ins and drama with people. And that is true. Like, both things can be true. Some friendships just shouldn't happen. You have to put up the boundaries. You have to say goodbye. You have to walk away or whatever, or tell somebody to fuck off, whatever you have to do. This is true. But it's also true that there are probably more people in your life who are a blessing to you, or would be someone who's a good friend if you opened yourself up to it, or if you allowed it to happen. And I know this is hard for Gen Xers to sometimes think about or consider, but the feral part this is why I say it's not always a flex, even though we wear it as a badge of honor. And sometimes it's funny, and it means that sometimes we're unruly, we can be a wise ass, or we don't conform to the rules of society. But also sometimes it means that we disconnect on purpose, or we isolate ourselves, we put up walls because we never had deep enough emotional connections. We never had good examples of this in our lives. So we're in this mode of like self-protection all the time. So we keep people at arm's length, at a distance. And this is certainly me. I'm saying this as someone who's done this. And I just realized, I guess I still do. The passing of my friend made me wake up a little more. This is the beauty and the pain of the self-awareness journey. And that was my dog barking, so apparently she doesn't enjoy this topic. So that's the beauty of the self-awareness journey and the pain is that, okay, now the awareness allows us to really know where we need to grow and appreciate ourselves along the way when we do. But also, it lets us look at our role in a situation, things that we did or we didn't do that contributed to the way things are. And in this case, I have to say, you know what? I could have fucking done better. I could have done better. I could have put more effort into making plans with her, calling, texting more. I could have stepped it up. And what's even more painful was that I went on Facebook to try to find a picture of us. In my history, I looked to see if I could make a post with a picture of the two of us, and I couldn't find any pictures. But what I did find was like several, like a handful or more of posts that she had posted to my wall over the years, just saying, I love you, just wanted to say hi, I miss you, tell me what's up, just thinking of you. And I commented back on those posts, but did I call her? Did I make plans? Did I reach out? And I can't remember that I did. So she was putting in the effort. Clearly, she was putting in more effort than I did. And that was a wake-up call. And it's not like I was ignoring her on purpose or trying to be mean or being selfish or trying to be a bitch or being snotty or anything, any of that. I'm sure I was probably, yes, I had 2 older kids. I also got remarried and had 2 more babies. So I know I was a busy woman, but our friendship deserved better. And her and I had been through, situations in our lives where we were there to support each other, where we showed up. And so I had to really own this shit that I don't think I showed up enough. I know I didn't. And I'm so, so deeply sorry for that. It took me 2 weeks to be able to talk about it and say this on camera without crying that, yep, sometimes we have to look at it and say, there are people in our lives that deserve our attention, and we don't have to always be too busy. We don't have to just be lost in our own world. We don't have to take that feral step back and keep a little bit of a distance because peopling is too tiring. We don't have to keep that little feeling of maybe mistrust. I can only let you in so much. I know that stuff sucks. And I thought I was over that stuff. I thought that I had done all the healing work, and apparently not. This was a sad sort of wake-up call for me to say, no, you need to be a better friend, not putting out videos saying you don't have any. You need to be a better one. Yes, I am going to be very picky and choosy when I do show up as a friend, not putting up with bullshit, but yeah, not holding back for some weird reason anymore, not letting excuses get in the way, and allowing myself to be loved and supported and show up for other people. And this is not like I am not someone who's just cold-hearted and mean and bitchy. Like, I would tell anyone that was close to me that I cared about that I love them, I appreciate them, they're amazing, they're awesome, they're an important part of my life. If they called and said, I need you, I would drop everything, of course, make sure my kids are okay and taken care of and go to it, right? But it's just like maybe the little day-to-day, like the regular, I don't know, the smaller things that I need to get better with. And to my friend, I will love and miss you like forever. An amazing human being. And this is my message to my Gen X friends today, that we don't have to be always tough. We don't have to always be like, people. We don't always have to be like, I need to be alone. I don't need people. Even if we went through shit as a kid, we didn't have good examples of deep connections or relationships. We had critical parents or distant parents or people that let us down time and time again, which is usually what it is. Doesn't mean everybody will. And most of the time they won't. And it takes us a long time to learn this. So this is my video to say, don't hold back, my Gen X friends. Give love, receive love, soak it in. It's worth